Yes, hola chicos y chicas. Alright, here we go. You should have this paper in front of you. And remember, you'll be asked questions along the way. Um, it's another one of these conjugating papers. We did one already. We did one with a word called tener. Um, this one is over a different type of verb. Okay, so first things first. In Spanish, we have three types of verbs. And this is important to know, even though we're not going to do all three today or this week or month, we still need to know the differences between them so that we don't end up using the wrong pattern with the wrong verb. So, what are the three types? Well, the first type of Spanish verb are called AR verbs. What that means is that they end with AR, like the word caminar. Notice how it ends with AR. That's why it's called an AR verb. The next type of verb is an ER verb. And it's called an ER because it ends with ER, like in the word correr, which means to run. Ends with ER. And the final type of Spanish verb is an IR ending verb, and it's an IR because it ends with IR. So, here are the three types. Today, we are going to focus on AR only. So, whatever we do today does not work with these type of verbs. Okay, now, the definition you'll hear a lot in this class and a lot next year in your Spanish 2 class is, what is conjugating? And we did that last time with the word tener. So what is conjugating? So conjugating is changing the verb to match who is doing it. This will make a little bit more sense today as we do these AR verbs. Now, even in English, we do conjugating. For example, in the word to study, I'd say, I study. But if we use it in a he and she, he studied. So notice that this had a Y, but then that Y suddenly changed to IES. Well, that is conjugating. We're changing the verb to match that person, because you could not say he studied. And the same thing with I. You couldn't say I studies. Conjugating. Let's move on. So, what kind of verb is this? Well, remember I told you we are going to focus on an AR ending. So here are the steps to conjugating an AR verb. So these notes are to give you the steps to follow. Because even though you might memorize things, there's still steps that you can use with other words that you might not even know what they mean. Even though you don't know what they mean, you're still able to conjugate them because they will follow the same pattern only if they are this type of verb, an AR today. So, first thing is start with the infinitive. What that means is to start with the basic verb, the verb that ends with AR. So the word for to speak in Spanish, as we all know, is hablar. So you need to start with that first. And usually on papers or assignments in Spanish 1 and Spanish 2, we're going to give you the word. We're going to give you this, the word hablar. And then you're going to take it from there and change it to whatever the sentence is asking for. So, number 2, step 2, is to remove the ending. And this is one of the most important steps. So, to remove the ending, it's very simple. We just simply remove the AR. So if we remove the AR, we are left with HABL, which is called the stem of the verb. But because we removed the ending, we are left with just a blank here, and we need to add something to it. And that something to it is called the endings. Very simple, the endings. And that leads us to step 3, the endings. So let's look at those endings. Step 3. Remember this chart? We saw it with tener. There's a total of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And these match up with those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Makes it very simple if you memorize this chart, especially this and its order. Alright, let's go. So, the word was hablar, but we only had that. We only had the stem. We still need all of the endings. So, the ending for the yo is a blow. That means I speak. 2. So we write the stem, and the ending for the 2 is as. So tú hablas is you speak, you talk. Next, in the usted, él, and ella, again we first write that stem, and then the ending is a, habla. The nosotros and nosotras, which both mean we, this is the long one, is a, that's the stem, and then we put hablamos, we speak. And finally, ustedes, ellos, and ellas is, that's the stem. The stem is right here. And then the ending for those 3, ustedes, ellos, and ellas, is an an. Hablan. So what I want you to take out from here is that these charts match up with each other, like the last one we did with tener. So, for example, yo goes with this one, hablo. Tú with hablas. Usted, él, and ella with the A1, with the A ending, habla. Nosotros and nosotras with hablamos. And finally, ustedes, ellos, and ellas with hablan. Now this works with all of the words, all of the verbs that end with AR. Remember, they must end with AR. Like caminar and hablar. And maybe even this fun one, gritar, which means to yell. Okay, now time for the examples. These are very similar to the ones that you'll see on assignments, quizzes, tests, bell work. Let's do them in English first. It says circle the verb in questions 1 through 5. So the verb is the action word. So for number 1, I walk to practice. Of course, it's walk. Number 2, you dance like Shakira, very famous singer. He dances well. We run to the concert. Henry and her speak Spanish. Speaking about Spanish, here are the Spanish examples. Okay, and these are the ones that are going to take the most time. So, let's do this. Number 6, it says, to blank como Shakira. Use something like Shakira. Here is the word we need to use. We need to use the word bailar, which means to dance. So, even if we didn't know what bailar was, we can still do this. We can still do this conjugation practice because we know the pattern. We know the rules behind it. We don't need to know what it means. We just need to know how to do it. So, bailar, what we need to do is we need to write the stem, which is that, remember, it's everything but the AR. That's the first thing we need to do. The second thing is now we need to find its ending on this side of the chart. And in this case, it's so easy. I love these because it says to. This is the person that's doing this. We just need to finish it off. So to is right here, matches up with the AS ending, and we just simply write that ending. To by, oh, messed that up, to bailas. Let me fix that. That should be in orange. Tu bailas. You dance like Shakira. Number 7. Héctor blank bien. The word again in parentheses, and we're always going to give you this in Spanish. We're always going to give you the word, the infinitive or the basic. So Héctor dances bien, well. Okay, so Héctor is doing that. So we're going to write everything but the AR. Bam. And now we just need to find it on this chart, which is, well, Hector is one person. So we're going to quickly cross this out, which means we cross that out. Hector is definitely not I. Hector is definitely not tú, doesn't say tú. Cross it out, cross this out, which, look at this, it means that our only option is the A ending, which is right, Hector baila. Number 8. Henry y ella blank español. We want to say Henry and her speak or talk Spanish. Okay, so a lot of people tend to do, this is the mistake most people do, is they see ella right there, well, they see ella here, they match it up, and then they think that the answer is ella, blah. But no, you really have to read the entire phrase, the entire sentence, and make sure that you know who the sentence is about. So, Henry, that's one person. Ella, that's another person, which means that there are two people. That's important to know, because if it's two people, you can't use this side of the chart, which means you can't use that side of the chart. So you only have two possibilities. It's either going to be amos ending or an an ending. Well, let's figure that out. The only time it's going to be the amos ending is if this sentence or any sentence includes y yo, which means and I. Does it include and I? No, it doesn't. So that means that it cannot be that. Here is our ending. So let's write it down. Henry y ella. We write everything but the AR. This is called the stem now. Hablan español. Well, that was a tough one, wasn't it? Number 9. Yo blank a práctica. The word here is caminar, means to walk, so I want to say I walk to practice. I love these. These are easy because it says yo, which is right there, and here's my ending. They match up. Yo remember everything but the AR. This is again called the stem.
Yo here's my ending again. Camino a practicar. Nice. Easy. I like those easy ones. Number 10. Sam y yo. Ooh, keyword. Keyword. Y yo. That means I am included. I and Sam. That's two people. Important to know that it's two. Can eliminate that, eliminate that. Remember what I said about y yo? That means and I. And the only option for and I is the nosotros, because this means we. So my ending is amos. So let's write that down real quick. This is getting a little bit long. Everything but the AR. This is called the stem. So Sam y yo caminamos. Fun. Number 11. Almost done. Señor Marín, usted. Usted is right there. Usted means you. So what we're saying on 11 is, Mr. Marín, you, something, lento, slow. You walk slow. But we can't write this word like it is here. We have to conjugate it. It means we have to write the correct ending. Usted, cami. Ooh, the ending. Let's find it. Chart. Señor Marín, that's one person. You are wrong. You are wrong. It doesn't say yo. Can't use it. Does not say tú. Therefore, that's not the answer. Usted, right there. Ending a. Usted camina. You walk. Conjugating. Not fun. But if we don't do it right, whatever we say will just sound very funny. Number 12. Diana y tú. Whoa. Diana y tú. Diana and you. That means that there are two people. There's Diana plus two, which means you, whoever you is, whoever I'm talking to. It could be anybody. Shoot, it could even be an animal. Does not matter. We know that there are two individuals. So, if there are two individuals, can't use you, can't use you. Y tú and you means that I'm talking to them. It does not say y yo, so can't use it, can't use it. Right there, aquí, we're going to write everything but the AR. Our ending was right there. Escuchan. Whew. That took a while, didn't it? All right.